motion to approve the minutes of April 5th?
I'll make that motion.
Tony? I need a second.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, no more business. First on the agenda is a vote on the Wharf's liquor license. So I think in my absence, you voted not to have to go to public hearing anymore because the state said we didn't
I'll
need
make a
public
motion
hearing,
to
so.
approve this liquor license.
All right, second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? I think you have the original. Yeah. I'm gonna find the page we have to sign. It's on here somewhere. I'm looking for municipal signature. Here it is. Dated Lubec. County. Now, Victor, you didn't sign, you didn't fill out malt, Venice, spirituous, you didn't fill that out. Do you want the whole thing? Which one you doing, all three?
This one here.
Oh, yeah, but I think you want just beer, wine, or all alcohol?
It's actually all.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Alrighty. I'll make a copy of it and you can pick it up tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks.
Welcome. When are you opening?
It's about the middle of May,
Oh, good.
probably the 15th.
Well, we'll open when the dock gets in. It may be the 20th, we're not open till Memorial Day, I'm not sure. Okay, so we'll make a copy and we'll give you the original to send in.
Okay.
So next on the agenda is the discussion of 72 Water Street. We had informally discussed separately that we might want to, I've spoken to the code enforcement officer, give a 90-day extension for the remediation of the dangerous building. We need a vote for him to send out a letter.
I'll make that motion that we approve this.
On discussion. All in favor? Okay. You got that? Okay, so we have a recycling resignation. I, David Dean, officially resigned from the recycling committee as of today. 4/11/17, I will be gone for the next 8 to 10 months. Thank you for my consideration, David Dean. So do we need to accept that resignation?
I'll accept that, and hopefully he comes back on when they settle down, they're off seeing the world.
Do I have a second?
Hope they have a good trip.
Renee has an announcement about e-waste.
I believe they have brought the containers for e-waste already, so we are back on with e-waste.
Good. So if you have any electronics, televisions, what it covers, computers, old computers, televisions, and what else? Copy machine?
There's a list that the town has to instruct people of what to bring,
Okay.
what's accepted at e-waste.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
It's
And
available
then-
on our website.
It's down to
And you-
recycling center.
And you can put it, they're outside, so you don't actually have to have it open to put them,
You
drop
can
them
leave it
on.
outside, that you have.
I think it's on pallets, are they not?
Okay,
They're containers that are outside.
There's containers that are out
because if
there.
Kenny's there and someone brings in something that isn't appropriate for e-waste, then
Right,
we're not
so
stuck with it, otherwise
Right,
that's what
so you
happens.
wanna
is they
make
bring it down
sure-
and Just leave it and.
make sure that Kenny approves of the e-waste when you put it there. So it's open Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday?
Correct.
So, it came to my attention when I reviewed the floodplain ordinance that we needed to come up with a fee structure for the permit. There's a permit, if you're going to build in the floodplain, you have to fill out flood hazard development permit application, and there was a note on here from the FEMA that the municipality can fill in a figure here, a non-refundable application fee of blank shall be paid to the town clerk. So I'm suggesting $50,
That's the same as the building fee, right?
similar.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's in the ballpark, and that's clear.
Yeah,
So we need a motion.
I make that a motion that we, put $50 in there for the application.
Tony,
Yes.
all in favor? Okay, so now that we put that in, we have to,
Approve of that,
well, we have to sign,
sign it.
it's, Renee's been doing some research, and there's a requirement that municipal officer certification of official text of a proposed ordinance. So we have to vote that this is in fact the official text of the proposed ordinance, and that will have to go along with the
Attached.
signing of the warrant. So before we sign the warrant, we need to
They're tested.
certify, we're
Yeah,
attesting to
yeah.
the certification, so we need to vote that this is in fact a true, it's the original that was sent to us from FEMA, I don't
Yeah.
think we've touched it.
Okay.
So we need to sign,
And then
I
we
make that a
posted
motion that
with
we
the
sign it.
warrant.
we need a motion to sign the
Enclosed
attested.
with the $50 amount for the,
That's what we put that in first,
Yeah.
that's where we can vote, this is the actual text that we're gonna be voting on, it's gonna be posted with the warrant tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I need a motion to attest this as an original document,
make that a motion.
second, all in favor? Okay, so I'll bring send the ordinance with you in case you want, David, you want me to date it? So that's the original of that. Oops. Okay, so we have to do the same thing to, we have to attest, where's the marijuana moratorium? Oh, that's over here. We have to attest to the, official text of the proposed marijuana moratorium ordinance, as to do the same thing, and that has to be posted with the warrant tomorrow, so I need a motion that this is in fact the text that we agreed to.
I make a motion.
Second,
All in favor? Now, we get to sign the warrant.
make that a motion that we sign the warrant for the special town meeting
But
on May 3rd.
before we do that, we've added two, are both the articles on here? Where's the, I don't see 5 on here. Do you have the 5, do you have that one, you wanna go get it? Don't you need, didn't you want another besides? Did you want another one? Okay, maybe we wanna, besides the 2 ordinances, we're not gonna have the article on the dangerous building, we voted that down to give it an extension, but we need to have a town vote on the fees that come in for the advertisements on Quaddy TV. You put in a special fund that can be used just for Quaddy TV, and that they're a rollover account. So if they make $200 on ads, and it's $150 left, and it's June 30th, that $150 stays with Quaddy TV. So we have, that article has been,
I think we already
added.
did this at a regular meeting.
I have a memory
I
of
think
that,
we already
something
oh,
voted
happened.
on
Renee
that at a
didn't think
regular
we
meeting.
had. She thought that we'd only agreed to pay up to a certain amount for Quaddy TV. I don't know about the special
Well,
account.
we may have been thinking something else, but because it's Quaddy TV, it's new, you can't get in trouble by.
Doing it again.
Exactly,
Yeah,
So
we
we'll
can
just do it
again.
again, just in case.
okay.
Just to make sure, I'm pretty sure we did this at a
And
meeting.
we couldn't find it.
Couldn't find
Well,
it.
we had to have it done at a town meeting. You can't do it at a select board meeting.
Okay, yeah.
And then, we might have voted at a select board meeting to do that at a town meeting. But anyway, did you find out? So, and then there's a 5th article that does the same thing for the fuel donation fund. We're feeling that because people have personally donated to the fuel fund, that if it hasn't been expended in a particular year, and like the plunging or the water plunging and all the other various people have donated to it,
Yeah,
and it shouldn't go into the general fund, because they gave it as a
I didn't realize
designated.
it did.
It's
Well,
wording. It's,
Okay.
Its
word
wording
fund.
was,
Okay, I thought it rolled over.
It needs to be it
every
needs to be
year.
designated as non-lapsing. So it's
So
just
we
kind
have
of
to do
housekeeping
that.
at this point to
so
make
that's
sure.
what's also been added to this warrant, and we'll be voting on it May 3rd. So before I have you sign this, I wanted you to know we added to our.
Yeah, no, that's fine, I just,
The money has always rolled over into its account.
But MMA told Renee that it was not worded correctly, and
okay,
The
that's fine,
fund, yeah.
that's fine.
so I need a motion to sign the warrant as written.
Make that a motion that we sign that warrant.
Second? Second?
Second.
Thank you,
He'll
Doug.
second anything at this point, you're kidding me.
All in favor?
Poor thing.
We're almost done. We're speeding through.
That's what you think.
What? You have something on the, oh, that's right, you have to go to the harbor board next.
Yes, exactly, thing.
You better speed through that too. All right, we have, a request from Fred to use Stockford Park, and
July 3rd.
does he have a, I think he's gonna have an ongoing schedule, and he's actually requesting that we come up with a policy for the park, like noise or alcohol or usage hours, stage reservation, so I'm thinking, Renee has found this program called TULIP, which is an acronym for,
Tenant user liability insurance program.
and it's a very, very reasonable day usage, and I think that if it isn't a town committee, town-sponsored committee using the park, then I think they would need to have that rider for the day. Therefore, if you're presenting a performance on the stage and you're inviting people to a public place, which is called public assembly, that there should be, I think it's what, $70 or $80?
For the insurance, I'm not sure.
It's not, it's reasonable, but that people putting the function together needs to show that, like they do, we have other,
When this occurs, will the town keep a record of the TULIP, application on file?
but they'll have to give it to us.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
Once they give it to you, you'll have it on file.
Yes, I think there
Also,
should be a whole.
what is the state laws regarding public, intoxication? You get a permit.
Yeah, we can't sign off on alcohol on the
All
park
right, so,
because you
so
don't
I
have.
guess that covers the general, we need a permit if there's gonna be drinking. Who goes after the permit? The person who is selling the alcohol?
Well, I'm not sure alcohol is allowed at all in the public
I
park.
I didn't think
so-
it was, I thought there
so
was
that-
some sort of a.
public.
I'm pretty sure that probably is not the
Right.
case, but I think
I didn't
Fred
hear
was
you,
just,
Joe.
Completely illegal in public, period.
Yeah,
No
that's
permit.
yeah.
So,
So, I
That
think
kinda
he's
makes it
asking
so-
for a sign to be put on saying no drinking of alcoholic beverages, the park is open from this sunset, or, whatever. He's asking us to do some sort of signage in Stockford Park so that when he has a function, there's parameters of the activity.
I think what, they've done in the past is people with established licenses, like Victor or Jim or the Legion or whoever, can have an off-premise license. So they could come down like, they did with the,
Well, they
with the
did.
marathon, and they set up
Yeah,
like a beer
it's
tent.
different,
yeah,
But
I think they
someone
could,
with a license already established.
so that would be similar to what the Lions did for Bike Main.
Right,
So they
right.
had gotten a
Yeah.
permit, so
Right.
then, so now, how does that work with public drinking? You're saying that they get a permit, they can sell it, but the person who buys it and stands on the sidewalk, are they,
They can't, it's in the perimeter.
It has
You're only
to be-
allowed in a
If
certain
it's a town function,
Oh.
perimeter.
okay,
I
so
think.
inside of the described area for your
I don't know.
permit?
Yeah,
Well,
you know more.
yeah, no, you're right. Go ahead, what was the question again?
no, now it's not a question, now it is, I assume that the town is now gonna create this policy that says, if that happens during one of those events, then there is an area that's set aside, that's where the drinking occurs, you can't then go walk around?
No, that's exactly.
No, I think that's beyond our scope of, I think we're just gonna say, the hours, if you want hours, no alcoholic beverages, allowed, and whatever, we decide, I don't think we can decide it tonight, but I'm just saying that's what he wants. The person getting the permit, the permit will give them the guidelines of what they have to do. And that would be up to the town if we want someone drinking in Stockwood Park with a permit, I don't know. I'm only one person on the board. So, if it's a nice function and it's done well and they have a little tent and everything has to be ID'd inside of a tent and it happens to be at Stockwood Park, I don't see there would be, it's an individual decision on each particular function, I think.
A function in Camden that was held in a town property was a wedding reception. The permission limited to the area of that town park. You could not take a drink and walk across the street to the boatyard. You had to stay inside that clearly defined limit, and that was made known to all the guests.
That is what how the permits for. They give you a permit so that you have to mark your territory where they are. You have to guard it, that nobody's going in and out. Okay, well, I don't think we can make a sign tonight.
No.
But at least I gave you the email. The next thing on the agenda is to vote to accept the gift of public access on South Lubec Road.
Yeah,
Now,
go
the
ahead.
Tara Vanford owns 3 properties, 2 across the street and 1 here. It's this one here. And she wants to give the town this property, deed it to the town for public access for, the people who fish on the beach, and she didn't want it limited to just walking traffic, which is one of the organizations she spoke to had wanted to do. She's come back to us, and she said before we spend any money, she's going to pay for all the lawyer's fees to change the deed over and have it written correctly with our guidance to the town. She wants the select board to first vote to support accepting this gift, and then of course, after the deed's been done and it's explained fully, we will have to present it to the town in a town meeting, and the town will have to formally accept the gift, which I'm thrilled over. Best email I've gotten in 3 years.
This parcel right there.
Because now that'll be a forever
Yeah.
access to the beach for the clammers and,
Where's it located, Carol?
it's
It's the same place that,
the place they're using now.
By the Olson's house, right, down by the bar?
no, this is the one up by,
Esker.
across from the man that has the towers.
Oh,
Has
that's
the,
fair.
yeah, the,
Oh, nice.
Pikes Puddle,
Yeah, it's gonna be owned by the town.
Yeah.
That's a
It's not-
good piece right
Yes.
there.
yeah.
So she bought this property across the street knowing that it came with this, and she's been emailing me for 3 or 4 months, and then she spoke to a nonprofit conservation land group, which I won't mention, who wanted to just limit it to public, to just foot
Path, they
traffic,
just
and
want
she didn't.
footpath.
She didn't want that, because she said, how can a shellfish harvester support their family by walking and carrying their clams? They wanted to be able to drive down to the beach.
Well, that and a lot of tourists use that too, as
Yeah,
an
they
access
do.
point.
Yeah, I'd like to send her a thank you letter
I
too.
think so, definitely.
that
I think
they're
we will get a
taking all-
handwritten thank you letter.
Yep, they're supporting all the
Yes,
fees
We're
themselves.
very
so.
happy with them.
All right, I make that a motion that we accept, that gift of land and thank those people very
And
much.
with the contingency that the town goes ahead and votes at town meeting.
Yeah,
Second?
yeah.
All in favor? Of course, with the full town voting on it. Now, I think that, committee updates. Harbor board is to follow at 6 o'clock. Joanne, have any?
Down East EMS is Monday at 4:30 to 24.
This shellfish committee is May 8th. There's a conservation being held in South Lubec near Menzies Point at 6:30 in the morning on April 30th, if you want to get your 4 hours of conservation. And economic development is May 24th at 4, and we're having a Safe Harbor meeting, June 14th, before the select board meeting at 5.
Safe Harbor. I attended the Safe Harbor meeting the other night. I was pleased with the turnout. It's small in the beginning, but it seemed to be dedicated people. Also, it makes sense that if a member of the Economic Development Committee is part of the Safe Harbor Committee, because what's going to be needed to put together is a cohesive approach to why this all works, and it always is about economic development. So, we not only have an opening on the Recycling Committee, we also would like an Economic Development Committee person to be a liaison onto the Safe Harbor Board. And at our next Safe Harbor Board meeting, we will have an election of officers, and then can begin the serious work being a sanctioned committee.
Thank you. That's absolutely correct. I ditto that. Renee, do you have any meetings that?
The Quality TV committee meeting will be May 31st at 4.
Public comment? Nothing? Well, I need a motion to adjourn then. Do you want to say
I
something?
want, yeah, ask Mike a question. On Safe Harbors, did you guys discuss anything about the Garish property?
There was a brief assertion that that might be something that should be looked at. It was admitted amongst the group that not all parties who have expressed interest in being part of that committee were present. And they may have a differing opinion as to a location for this facility. So, like I said, first of all, we're not sanctioned.
Right, you're not.
We didn't go forward. I was there
Right,
as
and
well.
but it was a very
I'm
good.
just kind of rushing it a little bit.
I know.
I think
and-
that would be a
Forward
great,
until
I
June
see
14th.
I see some very positive things about the one site, if you wanna call it I'd rather call it the Historical Society location.
yeah,
But-
well, right.
But there's some very positive things about that, and of course, the committee would probably do good if early on we could get someone on a volunteer basis to give us some engineering ideas.
Yeah.
Because this way we don't go around floundering trying to create something that is proven to be, that's not what you want. So let's just concentrate on what will suffice there and take it from there. So, yeah, that was mentioned, but nothing is set in stone yet, because there's still a whole other group that didn't appear for this first meeting
Yeah,
to express their ideas. And it's really gonna take all of the experienced talent of the fishermen in this community to finally figure out what is the best spot.
Do
You
you
know,
guys, do you guys know do you have a number in mind of how many you want on this group, in this group?
well, we started with some ad hoc committees that
We
in the
had 5
first
people
meeting
there.
had
Five.
as many,
There are 5 there.
yeah, we've had
I
as
was
many as
there.
17 people show up to previous ad hoc committees. But by the 3rd or 4th meeting, 4 months down the road, you
There's-
have your core group.
Yeah,
So, maybe,
Julie has elderfish, why we're starting in June,
right,
and she's spearheading this.
right.
So
But
we're
more
hoping to have
fishermen
2 or
should be
3
present,
fishermen.
because truly there was 2 fishermen.
Now, would this be a Lubec, town of Lubec committee?
It is,
It is.
we did
Town
form the
Julio,
committee,
right
we
up
just,
hand.
it is. We made the committee, select board created a safe harbor committee, we're just trying to form.
You can have non-resident volunteers who want to be part of the committee,
Oh,
you can
yeah,
have them
yeah.
on there. If they have, especially if they have traditional information,
Oh,
that's
Julie's got all the
necessary.
information you need.
Exactly. And so we're still very early into this, but I was heartened with some of the interest and the people who showed up with what we can do. So we're getting a little bit better as a town as to how we approach these big projects. And this is one, in my view, is overdue.
yeah,
So
no, I think so.
we'll keep moving.
Anything else, Tony?
All set? Everybody set? Everybody happy? I make a motion we adjourn.
Second? All in favor? All right then.
Thank you for coming, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I know. I'm just gonna leave this up one desk.
Oh, cut it out.